Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's before you bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the AC-1 Sentinel. The AC-1 Sentinel was a cruiser tank designed in Australia in World War II in response to the war in Europe, and to the threat of Japan expanding the war to the Pacific, or even a feared Japanese invasion of Australia. It was the first tank to be built with a whole cast as a single piece, and the only tank to be produced in quantity in Australia. The few Sentinels that were built never saw action, as Australia's armoured divisions had been equipped by that time with British and American tanks. So, yeah, pretty cool little vehicle here, and, pretty much really the only tank really to come from Australia during the time of World War II. This tank is also well known for the very blatant looking penis on the front of the tank, which is what a lot of people kind of know this tank from, and it's kind of phallic type shaped gun. For those of you guys wondering, basically what it was a water-cooled system that cooled the barrel of the whole mounted machine gun, and that's what that actually was. But if you look at real pictures of this vehicle, it definitely looks very interesting, to say the very least. But this is a really cool vehicle and kind of a fun design to go ahead and put together in our first ever World War II Australian vehicle. So cool stuff there as well. But yeah, let's go and kind of jump into it, taking a look here at the vehicle, see exactly what we're building, and move on to the tutorial from there. So start off with, we have obviously the front up here, and this here is where that very famous water-cooled machine gun is mounted to. We have two viewports to both sides there for obviously the driver and passenger. As we work way back, we have just various equipment mounted onto the side of the tank. Jerry cans, extra, crates or storage boxes, and all that kind of stuff. Looking on the sides. Turret itself, kind of a weird turret to get right. It's definitely funky in nature. Did kind of the best I could with it, and it's not 100% where I would like it, but it I think is the best I'm really going to be able to get with what we're trying to accomplish before the turret there, and all that stuff. Overall, really nice looking build, really interesting, and will make a great addition to any of your kind of early war type scenarios with anywhere where Australia would be. This tank was produced from 1942 to 1943, so most likely it was really used within that time frame before the Shermans kind of started to replace their fleet of vehicles, and probably obviously some British ones as well. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layers 0 and 1. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our first layer. We're going to be going ahead and starting with layers 0 and 1. For these layers, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down an air brick slab, followed by an air brick top slab cut off like so. We then want to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 air brick blocks on the ground, an air brick slab, and then a smooth sandstone top slab there on the very end. Once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and then take our smooth sandstone top slabs. We're going to place down one right here and one right here also. We're going to place down a grindstone here to both sides of this sandstone top slab, and also on the back here, like that. And then for this section here, we're going to place down a grindstone here, and one right there coming off it. So you get a design that looks like that there for the side. After that's complete, we're going to go ahead and then place down an item frame here on the side, followed by 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So each one of these grindstones is going to have one of those on the side of it, and we're going to place down some smooth sandstone blocks in those item frames across the side there. After that's done, we want to go ahead and then go to this narrow brick slab. We're going to place down a row 3 of smooth sandstone top slabs over, and then go into the front here, coming off this grindstone. We're going to place down 3 smooth sandstone top slabs over from the grindstone. We're going to go ahead and then place down 2 narrow brick slabs here, 2 top slabs, and we're going to basically repeat the same design that's over on that right side, just over here to this side. So I'm going to go ahead and basically copy our track design over. And again, it's pretty simple and straightforward. And then we have our top slab here on the back, and then our top slabs here for our track, and we have our grindstones. And again, it's the same thing on both sides, so if I'm going a little bit faster here, then just feel free to slow the video down, pause it, look at the other side, and do whatever works best for you guys. Or if you're able to build fast and keep up, then more power to you. So we have that done for the tracks, and then we want to just go in the space here in the middle, and we're going to fill this in with sandstone top slabs. With that all filled in, the last thing we need to do here is to go ahead and grab some birchwood trapdoors. They're going to place down a row of 3 of birchwood trapdoors across the front there. Anyways, after that's all done there, that is going to wrap up what we have there for layer number 0 and 1, and with that, let's move on to layer number 2. Alright guys, move on to our next layer. We move it into layer number 2. For layer 2, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down an airbrick stair on top of these 2 airbrick top slabs. From that, we're going to place down a strip of birchwood log like that to the side, and same thing over here as well, just like that. Once that's done, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block here, one to the side, and then in the middle space here, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone stair just like that. After that's done, we're going to then place down a skeleton skull to both sides of these airbrick stairs like so. And then we're going to place down an item frame here coming off these strip birchwood logs with a cobweb in the item frame like that. Same thing over here to the side as well. And we're going to then just place down a birchwood button over those blocks like that. After that's done, we're going to take our smooth sandstone, place down a row of 3 across the middle space here, and we're going to then place down a second row of 3, followed by a third row. Then we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 rows going all the way back like that. Once we get to this point, we're going to go ahead and basically add on our tracks here to the side. So for this, we're going to take our airbrick top slabs, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to take our birchwood stairs, we're going to place down a birchwood upside down stair coming off of it toward the back here, and then 1 and 2 airbrick top slabs and an airbrick slab, and then we want to go and place down a birchwood slab here on the end, and on that birchwood slab we're going to be going ahead and placing down a dark oak wood sign, or sorry, a birchwood sign, my bad. So just like that, and we're going to go ahead and also place down a birchwood sign on these 2 stairs. And we're going to go ahead and also place down a birchwood sign on these airbrick top slabs here, item frames on the sides, and then we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block in those item frames, just like that. After that's all complete, we're going to go ahead and also place down a smooth sandstone slab here, one over here to this side, and we're going to basically repeat the same design just over here to this side. So again, like we did for the previous layer, I'm going to go and do this a little bit quicker, as I kind of already showed you guys how to do it. Again, it's really simple, really straightforward, and really isn't anything too crazy. So I'm just going to go and do this, put our smooth sandstone blocks here, our signs, and we basically have that right there for the tracks and also the sides here on these 2 birchwood stairs. Anyways, with that done, we're going to then place down a birchwood trapdoor, come off the slab, and open up like that. And then we're going to take our sandstone walls and place down a row of 3 across the middle there, and a birchwood fence gate coming off the middle slab just like that. And once that's all done, that's going to basically wrap up what we have here for layer number 2. And with that, let's go and move into our next layer, layer number 3. Alright guys, so before we go and wrap up layer 2, I'm going to go and make one quick addition to it. I actually messed up here, and we have these top slabs. We're actually going to be putting anvils in their place. So where basically these kind of guide wheels are, we're actually going to replace the block, that airbrick block slab, sorry, with a anvil. And we're going to go and basically do this for both sides and both locations here. So just like that, and same thing over here as well. So my bad on that one, I do apologize for that little mess up there. But you know, sometimes it does happen, and we can miss those little details. So just make sure that you fix that on both sides there, and just note that the rest of the tutorial was recorded without those anvils, so you will notice they aren't there when we do go back to do layer 3, but just know that they should be there. Anyways, that is going to wrap up layer 2. Let's move on to layer 3. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a lever on top of this birchwood log, and also on top of this smooth sandstone block, and same thing over here to this side as well. We want both levers facing toward each other like so. Going back from that, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a birchwood pressure plate to both sides. We then want to go ahead and place down a birchwood trapdoor to both sides, and coming off that trapdoor, we're going to place down an item frame. And in that item frame, we're going to go ahead and place down a snowball here for the front headlights. In between the trapdoors, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone stair to both sides, and in the middle space, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block. Coming off that, we're going to place down a sandstone wall, a birchwood sign on both sides, and a skeleton skull coming off that wall. After that, we're going to go ahead and also go to the front of the stairs, We're going to place down item frames, and then in those item frames, we're going to place down black beds, rotate around other sides, just like that. With that out of the way, we're going to then take our smooth sandstone blocks. We're going to place down a row of 3 across, a birchwood trapdoor again to both sides. We then want to take our birchwood stairs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 along the sides here. Coming off the back of the stairs, we're going to place down tripwire hooks to both sides here, and then a birchwood sign on the back of the stair there, and same thing over here as well, just like that. And we want to go then take our smooth sandstone and just kind of fill the space in between the stairs like that. We're going to place down a row 3 across like this, birchwood trapdoor again to both sides here, and we're going to then place down a spruce wood slab to both sides, and coming off that spruce wood slab, we're going to place down a spruce wood sign. And in the space in the middle here, we're going to place down a row 3 of birchwood planks. We then want to place down a birchwood stair in the middle, and then a smooth sandstone stair to both sides. And then we're going to go and grab a green shulker box and place it down on top of that birchwood slab there for a kind of jerry can type design. And we want to go then place down a row 3 of sandstone slabs and a birchwood trapdoor to both sides, just like that. After that's all complete there, that is going to wrap up what we have here for layer 3. Pretty simple layer there. And with that, we're going to move into our next layer, layer number 4. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and place down a birchwood trapdoor on top of these 2 smooth sandstone blocks like so. We're going to go then place down a smooth sandstone block here in the middle, and then to both sides of it, we're going to go and place down a smooth sandstone upside down stair like this to both sides. We're going to go and go back from the stair with an upside down stair, same thing over here, and also a corner stair coming off that upside down stair like that. We then want to place down 1 and 2 smooth sandstone blocks in the middle there, filling that space in. After that's complete, we then want to go ahead and grab a birchwood button. We're going to place down a birchwood button here on this block right here. And we're going to go ahead and then go to the back here, place down a row of 3 of smooth sandstone slabs across. We're going to go ahead and follow it up by placing down a birchwood trapdoor in the center here, followed by a lever to both sides, flick toward the slab just like that. And we're going to then place down a zombie head here on top of these 2 green shulker boxes. And with that out of the way, the last thing we have to do for this layer is to go ahead and make a little banner design, which is going to be going on the side here, which is kind of the, I guess, the Commonwealth kind of symbol to put, basically the 2 white lines with a red line in the middle. So for that, real simple, we want to go ahead and grab some yellow dye and some red dye. We're going to then go and grab ourselves a white banner and also a loom. And to make this real simple, we're going to go into our loom. We're going to place on the white banner and the red dye. We're going to do a line here in the center of red. And then we're going to then take our yellow dye and we're going to split the banner in half with yellow so you get a design that looks just like that. And after that's all complete here, all you want to do here is go ahead and place it down on the side of this upside down stair. And same thing over here as well. So simple little symbol, and that's all you need to do for that. Anyways, that right there is it for layer 4. With that, we're going to move into our final layers here. Layers 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We're going to put base at the top, turn on the radio antennas, and all that fun stuff. So with that, let's move into our last final layers. Alright guys, go ahead and move into our next layer. We'll be moving into layer number, final layers, layers 6 through 9. For these layers, actually, alright guys, go ahead and move into our final layers. We'll be moving into layers 5 through 9. For these layers, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block here on top of this one, followed by a smooth sandstone slab coming off of it. We're then going to place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 end rods of it coming off of it going forward. After that's done, we're going to place down another smooth sandstone block back, and also another one, so you have a row of 3 here. We then want to go ahead and place down a stripped birchwood log over here to the left side, and then going forward from it, we're going to place down a row of 1 and 2 sandstone walls, and see over here 1, 2, 3 sandstone walls. Now, once we get to this point, we're going to go ahead and then place down an item frame coming off this sandstone wall over here on the left side, followed by a black concrete block in the item frame, and we can go ahead and also place down a birchwood sign over it like so. We're going to then place down just a birchwood fence gate coming off the side of the wall, an item frame, and a snowball in the item frame like so. And then over here to the other side, we're just going to place down a skeleton skull coming off this sandstone wall. Now, once that's done, we're going to then place down a birchwood stair here, followed by a corner stair to both sides of that stair. We also want to place down a birchwood sign on the side of this stripped birchwood log. On the top of the turret here, we're going to place down a stone button on top of this stripped birchwood log, And we're going to place down a flower pot on this sandstone wall and also on this sandstone wall back here. We then want to take a birchwood fence post. We're going to place down one on this sandstone wall here, and then 1, 2, and 3 iron bars up like that. And over here, we're going to go to the side of this corner stair, place down a skeleton skull, and 1, 2, and 3 iron bars up like that for the radio antenna. And with that, guys, that's going to wrap up my tutorial here for the AC-1 Sentinel. Hope you guys do enjoy the design and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using the build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This may thank you for missing out on the build, link to my channel or this video if this does appear in social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for the vehicle, you're free to use it for projects you guys are working on, and just enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that. That's going to pretty much do it for this video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been your 204, and I'll see you guys next time.